Hey everyone, we're back here to do our next book in the Bob Graham series. So here I have How to Heal a Broken Wing. We read that last time. And today we're going to read The Silver Button. I think it's a really cute story. And I want you to think about, is anything the same in this book than the other book that we read by the same author? So The Silver Button. And this is interesting for our first page. Usually we have another title page. Here it says, at 9:59 on Thursday morning, Jody drew a duck. She gave the duck a top hat, cane, and boots of the softest leather. On the boots, she put silver buttons. 1, 2. Her pen hovered in the air before the final button. The Silver Button by Bob Graham. So I'm going to look back. What time is it? 9:59. That's interesting. Must be really important in the story to put that time like that. So in 1 minute, it'll be 10 o'clock. Look at this dedication page. To Rosie, who drew me the duck. That's probably an important drawing right there. Jody's brother, Jonathan, pushed slowly to his feet. Look at that background. I see a woman out there, maybe pushing something. Here we have the person drawing. He swayed. He frowned. He tilted forward. Looks like he's going to take his first step. I wonder how your first step was. You should ask your mom and dad about that. I was right. And took his first step. He took that step like he was going somewhere. At that moment, Jody and Jonathan's mom began to play Merrily Kissed the Quaker's Wife on her penny whistle. Penny whistle, I've never heard that before. If I look at the picture clue, it looks like maybe like a little flute. Mom loved the picture of the wild hare on her calendar so much, she hadn't changed it in 3 years. She didn't change her calendar in 3 years? What? Let's find that hare on the calendar. There it is. Looks like they're a very artistic family. Look at all the pictures on the walls that they've drawn. I wonder if your house would have lots of pictures from you. Outside, a pigeon nestled under the roof. As Jonathan took his first step, a feather floated gently past the window like an autumn leaf. And there in the window I see them still doing what they're doing. Next door, Alice mailed sticks and stones through the front gate. And an early morning jogger puffed on by. Out in the street, Joseph Piscano avoided the cracks in the sidewalk so the sharks wouldn't get him. An ambulance shrieked past Jody's house. Shrieked. That's one of our wow words. And if I look in the window, it's the same thing still going on. Look at all those things happening outside, though. Our streets don't look like that anymore with this quarantine. On High Street, Bernard had his shoelace tied for the second time that morning. And a man bought some fresh bread from the baker. 1 block away, a soldier said goodbye to his mom. Look at that feeling. That mom looks pretty sad. Over in the park, the breeze blew a fine spray over children sailing boats in the fountain. Hey, this page totally reminds me of How to Heal a Broken Wing. I wonder if they're in the same town or a city? Looks like it could be a city. The buildings are close together. There's a bus, city bus, it looks like. So maybe they are. Under the oak, Sophie and her granddad made a house of leaves. Sophie sat in the living room while Granddad swept his bedroom. What season is it? Are you thinking fall? If you are, you're right. On the edge of the path, a blackbird found a worm, and an old lady shuffled by, pushing everything she owned in her cart. Stop and think about that. I know a lot of us are feeling kind of down about us being stuck inside our houses. But think about if you were this lady. I bet you she wished she was stuck inside a house like yours. High over the city, a flight of ducks headed south like an arrow. In Mercy Hospital, a baby was born. Look at the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's still 9:59. All this stuff is happening at 9:59. Over on City Beach, Belle and Vashti popped seaweed. On the shoreline, Patty dried off while Jock scratched his back in the sand. Sunlight hit the windows of the city, and phones rang in 1,000 offices and pockets. Far out over the bay, a tanker headed all the way to China. See that tanker in the background? Sometimes we see boats like that on Lake Michigan by our beach. If you look closely, there's the Mercy Hospital. That was in the story. See if I can find that ambulance. There's the ambulance. Where's the house at that they are at? See if you can find it. Can you find the house in the picture that they were at when he was taking his first step? Then down came Jonathan on his little pink knees. "Mommy!" yelled Jody. "Jonathan's just taken his first step." Jody put the last silver button on her duck's boots. Sunlight from all over the city streamed through the window, and the kitchen clock struck 10. So all of this stuff in this book happened within 1 minute. So 1 minute of your life, think about what other people in the world might be doing. These illustrations look very similar too, and it might have taken place even in the same city. We don't know for sure, but that could be. I want you to stop and think about what other things might be similar about these two books by Bob Grant. All right, that's it for today.